December, all the Zimbabweans, including me, number one, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to stay.
Truly speaking, I don't see these Zimbabweans going back home. Even if the government of South Africa, they can take whatever measures to take them back, then the next thing is they will still come back.
You know, the way South African ladies love Zimbabwean men is one of the reasons why we are not going back home. South African ladies will love you until you feel at home. It's only their men that reminds us that we are foreigners. Sometimes the Zimbabwean men will get confused when they say that go back home. If you're in love with a South African woman, it's more like your home is here. It's more like Zimbabwe is here. Because home is peace, and here she is, my peace. So where is home? She is home. African woman can go as far as teaching themselves Shona. Once they are in love with the Zimbabwean men, they want to know Shona. I understand that we receive a lot of hatred as Zimbabwean men in South Africa. But the love that we get from South African women, it surpasses or it's more powerful than the hatred that we receive. And that's the reason why we are not going back home. It's because of the love.
That's the law. Yeah, Mr. Ford. That is what I'm talking about. Is there registered? I am saying Deep Street. So why aren't you in Deep Street? There's no space. That's why we're here. I was thinking that if you can talk to the one who is supposed to take that, then
how can the always more give you a space in the shops? They've got 100,000 shops.
Why? Because since I was here before since this mall is built.
But you were breaking the law all the time.
Yeah.
I blessing pack of things.
But
I think we've explained everything. More than us. We studied this, but we've explained more than us.
We're going to bring the content and now put in the stakes.
And if we find tomorrow blessing, if we find here, we're gonna do the bylaws. You know us.
No.
We're not gonna come when we must speak as
I know it.
Today I think that
but
hamba edisituti usitholele indawo nyana uzisize usele khona ngoba la kunamimomo bayinvestile amabhiliyoni wena ufuna ukusiza la
iyo lento befuna ukuzama ukukhuluma ukuthi angeke bafuna ukusinikeza indawo na or sibhadala sikhuphe irent. Mr. David,
that one is
we want to pay rent if it's like that. Is it allowed? Because exactly
that one you need to, it has to come from the owner of the mall.
Yeah.
Maybe to build something, but councillor.
Yeah, because councillor, he must know it about it. Okay, so that is why I talk about the councillor, because since Mr. David, listen, Mr. David, what's up? Mr. David, Mr. David, go to the office. They will come to the office.
Blessing,
no,
you are working, taking jobs for South Africans. Huh? Where are you guys working? Sit down. Sit down.
Never. I'm not going. I'm telling you truth, people. I'm not going to home. You're gonna stay here 2030 whole. I'm not going somewhere.
Independence in 1980, the new democratic government of Zimbabwe had to take on a momentous task of dismantling colonial-era patterns of land ownership and agriculture. Most of your country's commercially productive land and large-scale commercial farms were owned by white people. The black majority of your country was confined to communal lands and all but completely excluded from commercial farming. This, in many ways, mirrored our own experience in South Africa. For yourselves as Zimbabweans, It was therefore essential for both historical redress and food security, and for development and economic growth, that your government should embark on ambitious reforms to facilitate the entry of black Zimbabweans into productive agriculture, including support to small-scale farmers.
Agricultural transformation was a major point of discussion during the recently held SADC summit in Madagascar, and the region needs to find new ways of adapting and mitigating the effects of climate change.
Biosecurity is another area in which we must step up our cooperation, particularly as neighbors in Southern Africa. Outbreaks of foot and mouth disease, avian or bird flu, crop infections, and others call on all of us to pool our resources and strengthen our collaboration, including through respective research institutions. Technological trends in agriculture must be fully embraced to increase output and conserve resources.
Zimbabwean says they'll bring their extended family to South Africa.
President Cyril Ramaphosa, more Zimbabweans are likely to come here. Is that the sense that you're getting from your fellow countrymen, that many of them are now looking to leave Zimbabwe for pursuit of a better life elsewhere, i.e. in South Africa?
You know, sometimes, if they not support us, like in Zimbabwe, obviously we're going to come here, we're going to stay here, and police, they're not going to arrest us for anything. We are going to stay until they make things right in Zimbabwe. But how can you say, Mbalula say, he faced Mnangagwa, congratulations, President. How can you do that? We don't want that. If they continue to do what they did, we're gonna call our extended family to come here in South Africa and we say, and we don't want to be. And one thing I can tell you, all immigration officers, you mustn't arrest us. If you want to arrest us, start arresting Ramaphosa.
But you'd be breaking South African law, Tino, if you did that, because you're of discontent back home. That does not then give you the right, as a Zimbabwean national, to violate South African law, because ultimately the election is primarily a domestic issue, so no other country should have to bear responsibility or have to take on a resistance by Zimbabwean nationals who say, well, we'll just come to your country and you can't do anything about it, because the law does empower this country to deport any Zimbabweans who come here illegally.
I understand, my brother, we will be breaking the law now. Listen, us, we want to be in Zimbabwe. That's first thing. We don't want to we don't want to stay in South Africa. Life is very, very difficult for Zimbabwe in South Africa.
If you watched this moment, please kindly drop your sincere opinion on why Zimbabwe say they stay, they are not going.